Coasters? Coasters was just part 1. What I failed to mention is there's a part 2. So no, we've not finished with this upcycle just yet. Let's upcycle the upcycle. Today's video is sponsored by Mech Arena. And look at the care package they sent down to me. Ho! The Art of Mech Arena. 500 pieces puzzle. Mech Arena poster. What?
Mech Arena is a new third-person mech shooter built from the ground up to promote friendly, competitive mobile play.
Stickers, cards, and a crazy t-shirt and medal. More about this free-to-play game later. Right, we just done a nice little glue up. We made a lot of mess. Part 2 is on its way, folks, on its way. Now, you didn't think I was just going to leave them as coasters, did you? Remember the latex rubber trick? I'll show you. A nice clean new belt, just for me. Now, when working with any glue or resin, you need to get yourself some gloves. All sealed up, jubbly bubbly. Right, whilst we wait for that one to glue, we'll get this one on the lathe. Ha! Actually looks pretty cool. I reckon this could be a nice piece. Definitely better than coasters. Okay, so more about today's sponsor, Mech Arena. Now, I know that there is a lot of shooters out there right now, but this Mech Arena really stands out. It's a 5v5 mech shooter that's really casual and fun to play, but also just looks great. The maps and mechs are really sleek and varied, and it really does run really smoothly and looks great on almost any device. I like it because I can invite literally anyone to come and play with me. Now check out this Mech Arena battle. Looks absolutely amazing. It's such a cool game. And when I'm playing this, I can really get stuck in. I love my shooting games, always have. And this one is pretty amazing. You can make so many different tactics and so many different changes and decisions throughout the game. It's a really well thought out shooter. Check out how easy it is. You can switch between different mechs and weapons and all sorts of stuff. It's pretty cool. Now, Mech Arena have just launched globally. They're running a huge celebration event in-game right now with loads of awesome events as well as a great login rewards program, which you definitely don't want to miss out on. It's completely free to play on Android or iOS, and you can use my link in the description or scan my QR code to get 1 mil-spec skin, 500 A coins, 70,000 credits, just to help you kickstart in the game. And if you're good enough, you could come and challenge me. Make your own judgment. It is a pretty awesome game. And if you're into shooters like me, you're gonna love this one. You really will. There's so many different mechs to choose from. Check out this one. This one is my favorite. Lancer. And the weapons. Look at this. Woohoo! Now that is my weapon of choice. You got some amazing skins to choose from, and you can play custom matches with your friends. This is such a cool game, folks. So check out my links in the description or my QR code and download this game today. Genius piece of kit for finding the center of stuff. Grab yourself one of these. And if you're wondering what it's called the Center Finder. So we're just trying to turn this piece to round. Looking kind of funky actually, I do like it. But a lot of chip out going on, as you can see. So we need to try and get rid of that. A lot of broken pencils. So a long way to go I think on this so far, but it looks quite cool, doesn't it? It looks quite cool. So we'll keep on turning this to round. I can get the speed up a little bit more in a minute once it starts to stop wobbling. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this comes out actually. Yeah, that is looking a lot better. Right, folks, check this out. This is looking pretty groovy. Now, talking about grooves, we have quite a few of them. So I've got a little plan for those, and that is Milliput's new turquoise blue. Oh, this is gonna look pretty cool. Now, as I said before, you've got to wear gloves when you're mixing this Milliput stuff up, because it will get all over the place. And you don't want to be touching your face when you're mixing this stuff up, because you end up just looking like a Smurf. Right, I've been mixing this now for about an hour. Takes ages. Gotta knead it, mix it, knead it, mix it and knead it and mix it even more. Like I said, make sure you wear gloves when using this stuff, because it's not the easiest stuff to remove from your hands. Right, let's get going. Right, so we just pop a few little bits into some of these holes. I don't think I'm going to cover all of them, but because obviously, I don't know, it's a bit random, but it covers the hole up, that's for sure. But we won't get any resin in this now, not like this, so let's cover these holes with the blue stuff. It will look cool, it will look cool. Right, there we go, folks. I filled quite a few holes with this. So we'll leave that overnight, and we can come back and probably just give this a nice sand, and I reckon that should blend in pretty well.
Hey, whoa.
Okay, so there we have it. So the little sprinkles of blue Milliput in the gaps. Looks a bit weird, actually. Not too sure if I like it or not. Maybe we should have gone for black. I don't know. That looks alright. I mean, there's lots of different colours in there anyway, so I think that looks pretty cool. Right, let's get some sand and sealer on this and some Yorkshire.
Oh yes, this makes it really come alive.
And as you can see, it looks quite cool already, without any shining tactics. Right, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just give it a bit of Yorkshire Grit. We all know and love the Yorkshire. Oh yes. We'll sprinkle that over there, and then we'll get this polished up and start on the next piece. Jubbly, but we're not finished yet. Now this is a funny old shape, and it's going to get a lot smaller. But the idea of this project, part 2, is to upcycle as much as possible and make them into something cool, not coasters. So this little piece is not turning out to be all that at the moment. There's quite a lot of marks in it, gashes in it, holes in it, all sorts going on. Obviously from where we had all the bubbles and the reaction. So I think like we did with the other piece, I think we're gonna have to fill this with some Milliput. I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe we should stick with the same, go with the blue, so it's all the same, potentially. Not too sure how the blue worked in my eyes at the moment. I'm still trying to get used to it, as I'm sure you are. But yeah, so then that's the smallest we're going to get it. I mean, it's pretty small now, but at least it's kind of becoming something out of nothing. Know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get some Milliput in here then. We could probably make this little like a matching pair, I suppose. So get some Milliput in here. I reckon we'll have to go with the blue again, and then leave that overnight and finish that off once the Milliput's gone off. Oh yes. Right, so I'm going to squidge this, as we did before, into all these little holes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that this blue really doesn't work with these pencils. But, however, but, we've used this already on the other one. So, I'm kind of just sort of like trying to get them to match, really. And it might be a kind of a weird match, I know. But we've done it now. And I can't really backtrack. But I know what you're thinking. I know it's probably doesn't look quite as good as it would be if it was just resin, or maybe we should have used black Milliput. I don't know. The blue Milliput's pretty cool, and I think what we would do is we'd do a project on this blue Milliput at some point, because it is quite cool. But I'm not too sure whether this is the right application for it. Oh well, oh well, oh well. You know, you live and learn, you live and learn. But I just want to cover up these holes so we can just carry on with this piece as intended. Well, the Milliput is in. We just got to leave that now for 24 hours. We can come back and give it a good sanding. Like I said, I know that the colour is probably not quite fitting for this project, but we've done one and we need them to match. Well, I think it's just best if it matches, even if it does look a bit rubbish. But don't forget, I'm making rubbish out of rubbish, and that is pretty cool. Right folks, the Milliput is in and sanded, and I've just finished this off with a bit of sanding sealer and Yorkshire Grit. But as you can see, the piece is just not good at all. And this was the reason why, you know, it was a failure. The last project that I did with this, using this, you know, to make it into a lamp, was a failure because it got too hot, and everything just went all yellow. So the resin's yellow, there's loads of bubbles in it, there's loads of marks and cracks in it. The Milliput has filled in some of them, but not a great deal. So look, it's just terrible. There's no way we can get that out, really, unfortunately. Our first little piece, I think, has turned out all right. I'm just going to hollow this out just to see what the final result is, but I really don't think that this is going to be It's just not going to look very great. That's all. But let's flip it over and get it hollowed. Anyway. So I don't think this one worked out very well, but this one did. So we finished upcycling the upcycle. So this one, I was kind of, you know, going with like a 2-set kind of like vase and bowl kind of pencil project upcycle. But this one didn't work out purely because, you know, the whole reason why we're doing this is because the project didn't work last time because the resin went funny and it all bubbled up, and that's kind of the results we've got for the this piece. So it's not really great. I think this turned out okay though. This was quite a cool piece. I finished this off quite well. I obviously stopped finishing that one. It's just pointless really, but that looks quite nice. Bit of walnut in the bottom there. The milliput actually is growing on me. I mean, it's a really great milliput, don't get me wrong. This color is amazing, but I'm not too sure whether or not it works with this project or not, even though there are tons of colors in this, obviously being a pencil project. I think it looks, I don't know, a little bit strange. But I love the color of the milliput. I'm definitely gonna do a project with that because it's new to the market for milliput, and it's a cool color. They only do like 4 or 5 different colors, so and the blue is pretty funky. So what do you think, folks? This was part 2. Sorry that I didn't kind of mention that it was a 2-parter on the first video that I did. I was supposed to at the end kind of mention that it was a 2-part video, but I sort of missed that bit out somehow. So it wasn't really coasters, although it kind of was, because it was like coasters first and then we were going to make it into something else like this. So that was the kind of the idea around it. So I hope you like it. There we go, part 2. Sorry the bowl didn't turn out. I mean, I did try and make a couple of pieces from this piece of failed lightage, but it didn't work. I just want to say thank you to everyone that is sticking with me on the channel. Getting closer and closer to kind of that 1 million mark on subscribers. So thank you for coming over, to all my welcome to all my new subscribers, and obviously thanks for sticking with me on my old ones, if you're still there. And folks, I have just, whilst I was away, hit 50,000 followers on Instagram. Woo! Yes! So I will be doing a few giveaways on there. I've got a couple of little things in mind. I've got a maker just up the road from me. She's making some really cool soaps and kind of like perfume things, bath stuff. And she's sending me down a care package to give away. So that will be up, and a few other little things as well will be up as well. So if you're not following me on if you're not following me on Instagram, please check me out, follow me on there, and I'll be doing a couple of little giveaways shortly. If you're wondering where I get all my cool funky music from, that's Epidemic Sound. The link is below, and if you follow that link, it helps support this channel, and it doesn't cost you any more if you sign up. Just saying. I'm on Facebook as well, and I have been putting some videos up there lately, some little clips, videos of my projects, and also a few of my really good maker friends as well, that I'm sort of like promoting them as well, and also showing you some of the cool things that they make. So look out for those. Heath Knuckles, Jim Overton, Brothers Make, Charlie the Maker. So when I get around to editing these videos, I'll get them all up in there. So if you follow me on there for some really cool 3 or 4 minute kind of clip videos. Don't forget Makers Central, folks. We are going for it. We're gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. Loads of makers come in and confirming. If you check out the website, you'll see all the makers that are confirmed for next year. It's May, well, 30th of April and the 1st of May, 2022. We are 1,000,000% doing this show, I'm telling you that. And it's gonna be a really great one. We've still got, it's gonna be a really great one. We've got Robot Wars there, we've got Forge coming so you can make a nail and all bits and pieces like that. We've got Pod Pad Solutions. Solutions? Productions? Pod Pad. Studios. What was the second bit? Pod Pad. They got some really cool stuff. They make like little robots and they make the Batmobile and all sorts of stuff. So they're going to be bringing a few bits with them. We've got all sorts going on there for your family, for your kids, and there's going to be loads of really cool YouTube makers there as well. Peter Brown, Jimmy DeResta, Brothers Make, Jim Overton, Bobby Dukes, and I'm pretty confident that the Hacksmith will be joining us this year as well. Next year. He did confirm for this year's show, so I'm pretty confident he will still confirm for next year's show, but I will get back to you on that, but pretty much 95% he's coming. So grab a ticket, folks, and we'll see you there. Right, I'll love you and leave you, and I won't waffle on too long because I know some of you like the waffles, but a lot of you don't. Know what I'm saying? I will have a new project for you maybe next week. I've just got back from holiday, just came in and finished this project for you as you can see, but I've got a couple of really cool brand new projects coming out soon, so I'll try and get that out for you next week, if not it'll be the week after, so look out for those. One of them is really crazy. Honestly, you gotta watch this one. It's gonna be weird, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have seen this one before. So I hope you liked the upcycle. If you didn't, I'm sorry. But I just thought it was kind of cool. Take care, folks. Have a fab weekend. Please share this video if you can, if you like, if you're feeling generous. Give me a thumbs up and a comment below, and that would be much obliged. Right, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you for the next one.